friggin' shred, let me tell you that right now.
Well, welcome to a remote edition of Rimshots with Sean, brought to you by Barstools and Bantuck. I've just met this man. Very first stop, we were doing a wedding on the weekend. We are at the Hard Rock store?
Yeah, Hard Rock Hotel.
Hard Rock Hotel in Dublin. This is my friend Chris Kinsella, who has been taking care of us here. So thanks for doing this, man.
No problem, appreciate it.
So what a cool store. So tell us a little bit about this location.
Yeah, so this is a prime location for tourists in particular, because it's pretty much smack bang in Dublin, near Temple Bar, which is a real hotspot. So people love that area.
Very interesting. The first place we jumped out of the cab, this is the first place we go.
Yeah.
Right. So first time in Dublin. I don't know if I'll get back. Hopefully I will. But it was the very first place we landed. We walk in, and I mean, she's tight, but you get all kinds of cool stuff in here. A lot of traffic through here.
Not so much up this end, more so up the other side of the city.
Yeah.
We tend to get a lot more traffic.
This gentleman has something to ask. So why don't you come up and be in our podcast here for a second while you're asking?
To buy.
We'll block your face out. Don't worry. And we're back. So, as you saw, we were just here doing this segment. Some guy came up and bought something. There was a couple tourists here from Atlanta. So I guess on any given Sunday, if you will, or Monday, are you guys open 7 days a week here?
We are, yeah. We open at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Right on. So, in terms of traffic, we were asking at the first bit, but this has to be a pretty active store.
It is, yeah. It's a real typical tourist hotspot. It's a hotel as well, so you've got a bar and restaurant, and you've got reception and all the rooms on either side.
So if I was to go in the bar, does the bar have some rock memorabilia in there as well?
Oh, it does, yeah. There's an memorabilia on the wall and stuff like that, and artists, that kind of thing.
So maybe we'll go and take a look at that afterwards. You ever see any famous people come in here to try to shop? Or do they send their people?
Well, I haven't seen them, but Coolio was here before, back in November.
Okay.
I didn't physically see him, but I just seen him on Instagram in the actual bar and stuff like that.
So how long have you been doing this, working here?
I'm here just over a year now.
Okay, right on. So, in terms of, people through the door, like, you see, it's a tourist spot. Where would be, I don't know, one of the wackiest, people from the wackiest place you might have seen coming through the door?
Oh God! I mean, we get a lot of different people coming in, different personalities. We get a nice mixture of people. Probably more so like a lot of Americans, but we get a lot of Germans, Italians, Spanish, different kind of cultures. So,
from our American friends, I was told when I get to the airport, they love people from Canada. The States, you got to work a little bit. So we're from Halifax. So
yeah.
But anyway, Chris, I want to thank you for doing this, man. And if anybody's in Dublin, where do they find you guys?
You find us here. We're close to Temple Bar, based on Parliament Street. So hook us up. And
we will. Peace.
Thank you.
So we're here at the Hard Rock Hotel. This is, it's a leather jacket, blazer, I guess, that was once worn by the late great Phil Knott. We're gonna have a segment on Phil coming up on Eastlink TV. Gonna check that out. Basically, you see the plaque here, could possibly have been the frontman of one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time. Here for my best friend, good buddy, Jeff McPherson. Bunch of symbols of Charlie Watts, buddy. How cool is that? I almost feel like I can feel the sweat dripping off Charlie here as it goes. We're gonna show you some other cool stuff soon. Thanks. So this one here in Eastlink TV is for my buddy Kyle from The Frequency, who frequently steps on harmonicas, but this is a harmonica that is used by the late great Tom Petty, which is very cool. Hornet harmonica. When Tom Petty passed away in October of 2017, the world lost much more than a talented artist. Tom was one of the greatest singer-songwriters who ever lived, and his prodigious catalog forms the backbone of contemporary American rock music. Very cool. So I don't know if you can see this, but anybody who's a Thin Lizzy fan knows the name Scott Gorham. This is a guitar case, a Yamaha guitar case. Scott Gorham of Thin Lizzy, who was the anchor. The man's still doing it. And how cool is this that they have this here? And Black Knight Riders, I think, was the band that he was in, and he also put Thin Lizzy back together for a bit too. So good. So we're just trudging through the Hard Rock Hotel, and we found this wall mural. It's actually AC/DC Highway to Hell. So cool. And if we pan over here, we all know it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Man, you gotta check this place out if you get here. It's so cool. We're just getting started. So everybody knows what a huge Skid Row fan I am. This is a guitar from Scotty Hill from Skid Row. It actually says here that this guitar might have been used on the first album. So cool. And again, we're just getting started here in Eastlink TV. We're at the Hard Rock Hotel in Dublin. So cool. And come and check it out. And go see my buddy Chris, man, in the shop. So we're back here on Eastlink Community TV at Creston Arms with my friend Adrian, brand new fellow that we met. Tell us about your shop. This is very cool. You want to come in and find your family background if you're Irish.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Creston Arms. We have over 1 million armorial surname history parchment scrolls in stock here. We have all the Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish names in stock, and we can produce these parchments straight away. It just takes a moment and pop them into a tube, and they're always on special offer here. They're only $20.
I love this guy, man. He's like, I tell you, he's like from the second you walk in, you know. And there's something to be said for this, right? Because you get something quickly, and then what about this? What about that? This guy knows how to do it. Yeah. So you come down to Creston Arms. What street are you on here in Dublin, sir?
We're opposite Dublin Castle, Dane Street, and we also have a huge selection of other souvenirs. Very strong on leprechauns.
Thanks, Adrian. Nice meeting you, sir.
Thanks for calling in.
All right. See you soon. So we finally made it to the Hard Rock Cafe in Dublin, and we're going to go in and we're going to get some really cool shots in here for Eastlink TV. Plugged in here, just plugged in at the Hard Rock Cafe Dublin. Everybody knows I'm a huge Elvis fan. This is actually Ronnie Tutt is one of my absolute heroes. Elvis' longtime drummer Ronnie Tutt wore this classic Stetson hat on the stage while performing with the King. And anybody that knows Ronnie Tutt knows the guy was a monster. That's so cool. Over here, boots worn by Paul McCartney. So cool. He's actually got really small feet. Up here, a guitar from Ricky Nelson. Obviously, Gunnar and Matthew, his sons, but a guitar from Ricky Nelson. Up here, Grateful Dead bass. So anyway, we're gonna continue making our way around here and getting some cool shots. Over there, I don't know if you can see, there is 3 drum sets on the wall that are actually lights, which is so cool. And if you get a chance to come to this place, definitely check it out. It's worth the walk and it's worth the fun. So hey guys, very cool little section, cranberry section here, and obviously Dolores passed away a few years ago, but sent a thing out, the wedding that we played Saturday, I actually used a drum kit that was used on their 1995 tour. Again, it's at the Hard Rock, it's so cool, and you should come and check it out. Well, we found it, Rimshots of Sean. So my buddy Chad, I told him that I would get a shot of this. Chad Campbell, Jack Butler singer, was part of a group that raised a lot of money for this very statue that sits out in front of Ruxell's pub, a famous haunt of Mr. Phil and I. And I'm going to say he was about 6 feet tall, so he's a little taller. But this is an amazing statue. This is going to be something. I'm going to tell you something else too. It was fun to find. If you come here, it's a great city, but keep your head up because people do not care if they knock into you or whatever. So just keep that in mind. But hey, and Jason McCorson, you might like this too. So here we go, Mr. Phil and I, and we're gonna do some more. But the journey has been partially complete. So let's check back with you soon.
There's the harbour. See the top up there? That's the hotel.
And I'm glad we saved the best for last.
Absolutely, guys. You will say that cab driver was a legend.
We said that the second you rolled up, brother.
Yeah. Did you remember me from yesterday?
Of course.
What'd you say? There's that guy that was doing the flat removal.
You look like a friend of mine from Halifax. Very similar to the old triangle right there. Well, hey, we're back at the Hard Rock Cafe Dublin, and as you can see, it's a jacket worn by John Bon Jovi, a guitar by Marilyn Manson, a guitar by, I'm assuming, Steve Clark from Def Leppard, guitar by Mick Mars, and a guitar by Asin. So if you get here, and actually I found a really cool thing just outside. I got a picture of it which I'll share. Actually, you know what? Come on over, just really quick. Come on over. You got to see this because my new friend, and you guys all know I did this interview. So right there, that's a sign for a kick drum head from Wildman Brown, which is very cool. So anyway, that's going to probably be a wrap for today, but we get some more stuff that we're going to do, and this is going to be in a complete episode. Rimshots with Sean, Eastlink TV. So just on a little, I guess, break from walking in Dublin. And I'm going to pan this around so you guys can see it. They're very big. This is probably, I'm going to say, the second or third department store that I've been in. And I tell you, they love their department stores here. They love their pubs. It's a great city to walk in, and then sometimes it's not a great city to walk in. Only because there's so many people on the street, and the streets are so narrow that it can sometimes be a lot to get around. So if you're going to come here, I would suggest that you have a lot of patience. I would suggest that you figure out where you're going to go and not try to just poke your way around, because it's going to be a pretty hard to go. With that being said, beautiful city, clean city, lots of stuff to do. Literally a pub on every corner. Lots of different attractions. Very cool. I mean, I'm just really enjoying it here. And I just want to take this little break out of the tour to just say that, hey, come over here, check it out. Very nice people, very clean. And like I say, they have shopping malls, man. Shopping malls, you can see right around. Lots of shopping malls. Stay tuned. We're going to keep hitting you up with stuff.
Let me hold you. I need to have you near me.
So hey folks, we are at the Black Cat Tattoo Parlor in Dublin. Just got some ink done, which is very cool. This is 11 Parnell Street. You want to come and check it out. I just sat with Niall for about 2 hours. The guy's amazing. We'll do some more on him. And we're going to go and see what else we can find. So stay tuned. Well, so we saved, I guess, the funnest thing, in my opinion, for the last day here. We are at St. Fintan Cemetery and going to go and try to find the grave of the one, the only Phil Lynott. And it's a beautiful place. You don't often say cemeteries are beautiful. However, this looks quite amazing. So we're going to poke around and we're hopefully going to find it, and we'll get some more information and some pictures and video and stuff soon. So stay tuned. So we're gonna do a little cheers here with two of Phil's favorite drinks. We couldn't get straight whiskey, so we're doing whiskey. It's Jack Daniel's No. 7 and Coke, and a Guinness, which were his two faves. As you can see in the picture there, he's actually wearing a Guinness sweater. So we're gonna give her a go. I think that's gonna be a lot better. Cool. Jack and Coke is great. So anyway, we're going to find another lot of stuff around this town, but hope you enjoyed this part of the tour. I think it was very important for everybody back home to see. Cheers. And one for Miss Philomena. Well, greetings, kids. So it is 10 to 9 here on Friday morning at the Dublin airport. And I guess it's with a heartfelt sadness, but motivation that it's back to Halifax. Hopefully nothing happens. If we go back to the beginning of the journey last week, we had a pile of stuff that went wrong. I won't name the airline, you can figure it out, but delays and stopovers and stayovers and food vouchers and then delays the next day. We ended up getting here. The wedding that we ended up coming over here for, I mentioned it yesterday, the other segment, about a year and a half in the making. Thank you to Lily. It's now Lily and Luke Cassidy who had the frequency over. We played there last Friday night at Gloucester House. It was a beautiful castle. We brought it, jet lag, gear that wasn't ours, but we had a great time. The people had a great time. It was a lot of fun. And then from there, we spent most of the week in Dublin and staying at a great location. Dublin itself, if you come here, you'll like it. Be prepared for a couple things. There's a lot of people. We happen to be here with Notre Dame and the Navy. We're going to be playing an exhibition game here for football, and so there was probably 50 or 60,000 extra people that would have been in the city. So if you're walking around, don't expect anybody to, be polite or say thanks or whatever. Be prepared for a couple of shoulders and whatnot. Tons of sights to see. We had a great time at Hard Rock Cafe. We saw the Wax Museum. We went to a bunch of different spots. Visited Niall and the boys over at Black Top Tattoo, which was amazing. People here are fantastic, and it's. I said it's a little sad to be leaving because it's such a fun trip. It's such a great time. But when you come back, I guess you do these trips and you don't have any motivation. That's one thing. But when you're already motivated, you come over here, you see some things, and you're more motivated when you leave. That's super exciting. I will say that as far as a music scene here, they know how it's done. I know people have gone to Nashville. I know people have gone to different places like that. There's a bar, there's a pub on every corner. There's live music, there's rock, there's Celtic, there's you name it. And it's vibrant, it's festive, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of talent. Probably saw more talented buskers than I've seen actual musicians in bars, so that was fantastic. We capped it off by two things. Howth, which is the former home of Phil Lynott, and we visited his grave. You're going to see all kinds of pictures of that soon. But I would say possibly the highlight of the trip, visiting Phil Lynott's grave, and there was a gentleman by the name of Paddy McCluskey who was tending to his parents and his wife's grave, and we got to talking to him and asked where Phil's house was, and he says, well, give me a minute and I'll take you there, and took us on a mini tour of Howth. And I tell you, what a beautiful, beautiful man. He former banker. He was going into town for, I think it was a party for the football game that's taking place tomorrow night, August 26th. That had to be the highlight of the trip, and it's really funny how, you come to see all this stuff that you plan for, and then just out of the blue, you meet some fella who turns out to be an absolutely beautiful human being that makes it all worthwhile. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little journey here, and part of the point was, people were saying, well, on Eastlink TV, you guys are doing stuff about Nova Scotia. Why is it that you did a whole thing about Ireland? Well, here's why. I often find when I talk to people in tourism, politicians, they often say that Halifax is a little spot of Irish, and maybe it is, but here's the thing. We have a lot to learn, right? There's a lot that they do over here that we don't do over there. There's a lot of traditional stuff that they do here that we don't do there. There's a lot of music that they do here that we don't do over there. And so I thought it was important to tie it all together. So hopefully you enjoyed this little trip, and get ready, because tomorrow night we're doing the Highlands House Party with the Frequency, and it's going to be exciting. So hope you enjoyed it. Peace out. See you in YHC. is the former home of Phil Lynott, and you're going to see some footage of us. We found his grave, which was great. We met a wonderful, wonderful gentleman named Paddy McKinley, who gave us a little tour of around here. And this place, I tell you, I'm glad this was we saved this for last. This is an absolute beautiful place. You can see behind here, right down on the marina, and there's a retail section with all kinds of restaurants. You spin around, just beautiful apartments, just vibrant. Not too hot. Lots of fun stuff going on. And you know what? Traffic's not too bad here either, which is kind of cool. We were able to, so our new friend Patty took us up to Phil Lynott's house, which was very cool. I gotta tell you, faces the ocean, beautiful view. You can just imagine him being so proud of buying that house for his mom. She lived there until she passed away in 2019. And so this place, I tell you, everybody's just they're so nice. It's a big difference from Dublin. Dublin was great, but it was shoulder to shoulder and people bumping into you, and it's just the hustle and the bustle. This is we'll call it a little seaside town that just a lot of character. I'm gonna go down the road here and go into a place called, I think it's the Blood Path. We're gonna get a Guinness, maybe grab something to eat, and then we're gonna pop back into town, unfortunately, but I'm glad we saved this for last. And a couple thank yous on this trip, if I could. This whole thing came together a year and a half ago when Lily, we were at Dolan's, and she said, would you guys ever do my wedding in Dublin, in Ireland? And I said, yeah, we would, and we just kind of put it together. And a year and a half later, it all came together last Saturday night out at the Gloucester House. It was so much fun. We had such a great time. Stayed a couple days extra, saw a lot of stuff, and it's been an amazing, amazing trip. I'd recommend anybody, if you have an opportunity to get over here, take it, because you might see, Ireland or Dublin come up in your itinerary, and you might go, totally wasn't what I thought. It was 1,000 times better. So much scenery, so much. I mean, if you want shopping, there's shopping. If you want music, there's music. If you want pubs, there's pubs. If you want this, there's this. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this for Eastlink TV. And all I can say is that we're going to be back. Hopefully we're going to be back soon. So keep tuning in. And if you can't see this on Friday nights at 10 o'clock, we're on demand. Always remember that. Ciao for now.